up just a little bit.
We had, at that time, he was Rich Franklin.
UFC 185 champ.
I think he still is Rich Franklin as of today. He was a UFC champion of the world, one of the most nicest guys, ultimate fighting champion in the studio. And we have this fucking crazy ass psycho. Brent, remind me to call Jim, Big Jim from Dollhouse, and see if I can get DJ Dave as the DJ on Friday and not Jimmy.
Okay.
Because Jimmy kabukied a whole bunch of people out when he was up at Sirius.
Right.
Jimmy Jamz was this intern we had, and he's just so full of himself.
To the point where he said he had a pool in the back of his yard in the shape of Florida, and he jumps in Jacksonville and swims to Tampa.
Yes.
I mean, that bad.
He's delusional.
Yes. And he was a great kid, but he's like on all this medicine. I just didn't know a bunch of this shit, so we hired him on we let him be an intern. We even believed him enough to bring him clear to New York on one of our trips, and he just drove people crazy, including us. And so we didn't know that he was this wannabe quasi Muay Thai MMA. I think he went to the flea market and had some of these trophies printed up that he was like some kind of like Mitchell Martz artist champ or something. So we got a guy that's like one of the most badass guys of MMA ever, and Rich Franklin at that time, before he got his ass kicked by George St. Pierre.
No, it was Anderson Silva.
I'm sorry, Anderson Silva. And Rich is in here, just the nicest guy, most polite guy, and Jimmy, all of a sudden, like wants to fight him.
And everybody else, even the people in this building who think they're the biggest badass, were like, to Rich Franklin, we're like us.
Craig the Bulldog, Coco, historically, some of the bad. They're like, man, my name's Bennett, and I'm not in, and I wouldn't touch that guy with a 10-foot pole.
No way.
And dumbass, delusional Jimmy Jamz is trying to fight not only one of our guests, which is a problem, he's an intern, but like one of the most toughest guys in the world. Coco, without further ado, there's been a big. I feel as if there's been a big buildup of this Jimmy Jam deal. Jimmy Jam, come in here. Now, Brent, you need to tell Jimmy Jam not to get fucking crazy here and here's Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Jam, get on the microphone on mic 4 over here, mic 4. Jimmy Jam, you don't look like much of a fighter. I'm just saying. Now, Jimmy Jam, here's the deal. Earlier, obviously, Rich Franklin, Jimmy Jam, Rich Franklin.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
So, Jimmy, without further ado, let me conduct this interview. Then I'm going to have Rich be in here as my expert, and then we'll take it from there. You want to sit down, or you want to does a true champion stand up? A true 42-time world champion. I didn't know if you guys I don't know, like big timers like you, what you like to do.
Well, first of all, I'd like to know if he's an actual martial artist. I've been doing it for 32 years, and being that I'm 39.
Hold on, how can you be doing anything for 32 years except sitting brown?
My uncle was a teacher. I started when I was 7, so I didn't have to pay for the classes. I've been doing small circle jiu-jitsu.
You doing what now? Small
circle jiu-jitsu, and then when I moved to L.A., I met Jorge and Gracie and started training at their school in Torrance, and then I trained exclusively with Hicks and Gracie.
So how many fights have you had, Jimmy?
I grew up in South Boston, so street fights probably.
No, sanctioned.
Sanctioned fights? I did Muay Thai fights.
Because Britt knows your real name, and we looked at Fight Finder to see if you're on there or not.
Yeah.
It was Dog Piss Jones.
Well, A, I have a police record, and B, the fights I did in Lakeland, ask anybody at the clubs, dude.
I know. We're trying to legitimize. You're trying to legitimize this.
Yeah, right? But the listeners that are listening don't go to the club.
I can say this: that the UFC, I've been around for so long. I mean, I even.
Hey, you know what? They're always looking for up and comer dudes.
Dude,
they got a senior citizen class. We can put you exhibition style.
It's kind of weird for me because I'm going through a midlife crisis, and it's.
How old are you officially, Jimmy?
I'm 39. So,
Rich, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, 31 versus 39.
So when the drunk driver hit me, I trained for 5 months. I was going to fight in Jacksonville against the supposed big tough guy up there.
Right.
But there's 2 guys that come to our school.
So this local tough guy shit, or is this like sanctioned? I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get a bearing of who's sanctioned.
I understand because
this was a WFC thing or something. And the guy I was training, this guy named Nico, he's...
That's for Breezy's dog's name.
He ended up being
WFC, a wrestling organization?
No, it's I don't even know what it was. I was going to take his.
Jimmy, hold on. Can I get something straight here, Jimmy? Listen to me, Jimmy.
This is the only thing I take seriously.
The only thing you need to take seriously is your children, okay?
Right.
Listen to me. We're a bunch of ball busters in here, and you have talked about all this shit for so long, and I finally, for the first time since you've been with me in January, since you started working for me in January. This is the first time that I've had a guy in here that can, like, we can get to the bottom of your expertise. Like, if I was talking all this shit and I was the world's best DJ and stuff, but I'd never been in the circles of, Stern had never interviewed me, then I could never be, nobody can either debunk my claim or legitimize my claim. So I got a guy that does this for a living.
Right.
So we can legitimize some of your claims.
So
now, but you need to stop taking... You need to stop taking this so seriously and thinking that, because I know how you are, you fuck. As soon as we get done out of here and we bust your balls a little bit, you tell me right now, having been done my show since January 9th, who in this room has not got their balls busted?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah,
including myself.
And I got tasered in the whole bit. But.
Okay, but I'm just saying, do not walk away here half-cocked saying, I quit. Bubba doesn't like me. You guys jabroni me out in my own hometown. I got my fucking friends in South Boston right now. They're blowing my phone up saying Bubba really made you his bitch. Stop with all that.
Well, I don't give any respect to any other style but Muay Thai, Salat, and Jiu-Jitsu.
What is that, Rich? Muay Thai. That sounds like something I ate outside of
I have a Muay Thai coach in Cincinnati. He's on my website. You can check his school out.
Right, Muay Thai.
It's documented.
Fairtex. I trained with Paul Vunak out in L.A.
How long did you train with Fairtex?
About 3 years.
Okay, and you trained, you said, with Horian?
Horian's the oldest, yeah. I trained with him, but my main teacher was Hickson Gracie.
And how long did you train with him?
From 85 to 90.
You trained with Hickson in New York?
No, in L.A. He lives in Palos Verdes.
Hickson?
Yeah, Hickson. And also...
what rank did you attain with him?
I'm only a brown belt in Brazilian, but I'm a 5th degree black
Brazilian,
belt.
that's the kind of cut that a girl wears at the bottoms, isn't it?
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's a real hot cut.
I added this because people would always ask me what this means. That means Jiu-Jitsu in Japanese.
So are you Japanese Jiu-Jitsu or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I do both. But I've had
Rich Franklin's real stiff. I love it. He stares a guy right on down.
And Rich knows about all this stuff. I can tell.
Jim Carrey on Decca has fucking got me on the chip. I love that guy.
Well, let's explain the rear naked choke. I mean...
Hold on. Wait. Jimmy.
Oh, no. I'd like to hear this.
I know, but Jimmy, you're not conducting this interview. I am.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's play the rear naked choke. Okay, let's go.
Let him. I want to hear it.
Okay.
Explain it, first of all.
Okay. As somebody's trying to apply it...
Because Rich doesn't know much about it, I heard.
If you do... Okay.
I don't think I've ever won by rear naked choke in a fight.
Seriously?
I don't know.
It's very difficult to apply. And unless you have your hooks sunk in with your legs and you arch your back, it's really difficult to actually pull it off.
Right.
That's why you don't see a lot of guys do that in the UFC.
Is that true? Rich, is he right on that one?
I don't know. I have a visual in my head because I walked out of the studio before and the first thing he said was, I got Hoyce's number in my phone right here. and I got Matt's number. That would be Matt Hughes' number in my phone right here. And Matt had won 2 fights by rear naked choke.
Well, I respect other fighters, so I'm just saying that Royce Gracie is a friend of mine, and if anyone's going to talk smack about him, I could really actually be elevated to throw fists in here and being. I'm not kidding, bro. I mean, and you say you're
Rich, I love you to death, but
I mean,
let me. Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on, Jimmy, I love you to death, but you said, hold on, ready? I could be elevated to throw fists in here, definitely.
I don't have the lucky elbow strike tattoo for nothing, you know.
What does that mean?
I knocked a lot of grills out.
Rich, what does that mean? What is the lucky?
He's got a 4-leaf clover on his elbow, man.
What does that mean?
It's like his Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That means I knock people in the face with it, and it's.
But I
do not want to fight in here. Okay, I do not want you guys to fight.
I just fought a guy that specializes in elbows and hit him with more elbows than he hit me with.
Really?
So.
Elbows is my special.
Okay,
that's the best thing.
Can I give Rich Franklin's last few sanctioned fights how he finished things
Please
off?
do.
Jimmy, hold on. Can I stop? Jimmy, are you getting all upset now because you think? What? Tell us why. Why are you getting upset, baby?
Because there's a fellow fighter in here and he's being disrespectful without knowing any of my background.
Because you're not a fighter, Rich. You're not even sanctioned. I mean, I'm sorry. You're not a fighter, Jimmy Jamz.
I teach martial arts now.
But Jimmy, that'd be like saying, Brent,
a drunk driver hit me.
Brent, I'm really upset because Tony Stewart is here and I'm a fellow race car driver. I haven't had any sanctioned NASCAR McGillicuddies, but he ain't giving me the respect that I deserve being a fucking race car driver.
I didn't say respect. I said he hasn't even heard my credentials, and
yeah, he does. He said he did on 0 fights equals 0 dog dick.
When he turns 39, he may be confronted with the fact that he is getting a little older. It's harder to do the things that he once did do.
Jimmy, can I ask you a question? And you not get mad at me?
Sure.
Have you not taken your medication today? Because you're fucking high.
Well, this is the only thing, the only topic that I can get rid